On this day in United States Army history, May 18, 1864, Union General Ulysses S. Grant shifted his strategy during the Civil War and began moving the Army of the Potomac toward Petersburg, Virginia, setting the stage for one of the longest and most brutal campaigns in American military history. For weeks, Grant had battled Confederate General Robert E. Lee through the bloody Overland Campaign. From the Wilderness to Spotsylvania Courthouse, Union and Confederate forces had suffered staggering casualties in relentless combat. Unlike previous Union commanders, Grant refused to retreat after costly battles. Instead, after each engagement, he continued maneuvering southward, keeping constant pressure on Lee's army while inching closer to Richmond, the Confederate capital. By May 18th, Grant recognized that directly assaulting Richmond's defenses would likely result in catastrophic losses. Instead, he turned his attention toward Petersburg, a vital railroad hub just south of the capital. Petersburg was the logistical lifeline of the Confederacy. Several major railroads carrying food, ammunition, troops, and supplies into Richmond passed through the city. If Union forces could seize Petersburg, Lee's army defending Richmond would be cut off and eventually forced to abandon the capital. The movement toward Petersburg marked a turning point in the war. Rather than relying solely on dramatic battlefield victories, Grant increasingly focused on destroying Confederate infrastructure, supply lines, and the South's ability to continue fighting. It was warfare based on exhaustion and attrition. Over the next several weeks, Union and Confederate armies dug extensive trench systems around Petersburg that stretched for miles across the Virginia countryside. The fighting that followed foreshadowed the trench warfare of World War I decades later. Soldiers endured constant artillery bombardment, sniper fire, disease, mud, heat, and exhaustion while living in cramped defensive earthworks for months at a time. Massive assaults often resulted in horrific casualties for only small gains in territory. For the United States Army, the Petersburg Campaign became one of the clearest examples of modern industrial warfare emerging during the Civil War. Railroads, logistics, engineering, and sustained operations became just as important as battlefield heroics. The siege would last nearly 10 months before Confederate defenses finally collapsed in April 1865, forcing Lee to abandon Richmond and leading directly to the end of the Civil War. For the Fort Huachuca Public Affairs Office, I'm Romeo St. Pierre. Thanks for listening, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button.